Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. We did have a technical issue, and, well, it's going to be kind of annoying, but we have backup plans in place, and this should, fix the problem. Apparently, that, carrying tournament setting on my, game decides to not function anymore. So, I fixed it. So we'll see how this goes. Round 1. And going with general theme, we're doing the first stage of the rounds. So. And we have intros on now, because of the modification. Previous ones made it complicated. The one advantage that it was going to have really wouldn't have been much of an advantage anyway, so this one is a little more elaborate now. So we'll just have to do this method from the way on. So it is what it is. So you have Crazy Mike coming into play. This should be a good one between him and DJ Adina. Like I said, it's a best out of 3, falls count anywhere brawl. So, we'll see the advantage. So there should be a good one, folks. The first installment of our match is a go. And, you know, they both open with right hands. Mike goes for the headlock, snapmare takedown, followed by elbow right to the base of the spine. Not pleasant, but it gets the job done and says hello. And Adina's running that rolling neck breaker. Adina picks up Crazy Mike. Big right hand, but Mike says nope. And gonna put him into a beautiful arm lock. That arm bar, but Adina's gonna kick out of it and head scissor his way out of that mess. Picks Mike up. Adina goes to the wrist lock. Adina throws Mike into the corner. Big clothesline in the corner. Big standing moonsault. Actually, that was a shooting star, and Mike is knocked the fuck out of the ring. And Mike starts throwing hams, then hits that hammerlock scoop slam, stomps on Adina on the outside. Big right hand, and Mike goes to the waist lock, standing switch. Throws Adina into the steps. Mike catches him, but hits a dragon screw. Big right hand. Adine going to the waist lock. Ducked under. Mike's going to counter to the headlock. Adine's going to counter to the waist lock. Turns it around. Headbutts. Nobody wins. Stomps on Mike. Big right hand. Mike comes back with a big right hand. Goes to lock. Adine. They're going. It's a counter fest as of right now. Adine throws Mike back into the ring, drops the elbow. And Adine comes back, big right hand, goes back to the headlock. Mike's gonna counter it and stand off. Big clothesline out of the corner. Stomps on him, catches Adine. They lock up in the center. They stalemate. Big right hands, and Mike's gonna win that battle. He is a larger fellow, but Adine's going to try and dump him on the outside, but Mike's going to say, nope. Come back in. Adine's stunned. Big clothesline once again. Adine goes to the waistlock, standing switch. A pullback leg lariat. Adine goes back to the head. Elbow to the face. Big right hands. They all like right hands. And Adine just teeing off on Mike. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Mike's gonna stay as enough of that shit at 8. But Adine says, nope, have another dragon screw. Adine working on the hands, working the body. Another shooting star press. And pendulum backbreaker. Mike working on Adine right now, but Adine does a float over field breaker. Mike's gonna roll over Adina. Adine's gonna push Mike away. And another field breaker. Stomp on him and punches, kicks. Mike's all over Adine to the waistlock, takes him down. He's trying to switch the momentum back to Mike's favor. Elbow right to the head and neck. Mike working on the arms. Mike trying to shut down any body part Adine can get that base drop off with. That beautiful rolling neck breaker. Another shooting star leg lariat. Nobody really home on that one, but it's going to hit Mike. Adine picks up Mike. Adine's gonna duck under, standing switch. Do a pullback leg lariat once again. And Adine's calling for it. And Adine hits the move. Here's the counter. 1, 2, and Mike's gonna kick out at 2. He hit that planning Frankensteiner. Mike comes back with elbows to the face. Mike stomps on him. Mike picks up Adine. Big right hand. Adine's going to counter to a snapmare butterfly lock. And Mike's going to power his way out of it with headbutts. Mike's going to duck under, go to the waist lock, standing switch. Adine gets thrown into the corner. Mike pull back clothesline. Mike picks up Adine. I don't know what the hell that was. A hip toss neck breaker looked like. Will that be enough? Here's the cover. 1. Adine's gonna kick out at 1. Adine kicks the midsection, goes to the headlock. Plum handle gut buster. Another shooting star. And Mike hits the famouser on Adine. Hits the defamouser. And a swinging tight neck breaker, but Adine's going to try and fight out of it into a rolling neck breaker. Adine going to activate his comeback. And Adine gets his comeback off. Here's the cover. 1. Mike's going to kick out at 1. Adine goes to the headlock. Another backbreaker. Dean gonna try and hit the Frankensteiner again. Will that be enough? Dean into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Dean has the first match win. Big right hands. Mike's gonna get thrown into the corner. Dean. Big right hands. Dean gonna go in the corner, tee off in. And Mike's gonna intercept and say, that's enough of that stuff. Dean kicking the midsection, goes to the waist lock, standing switch to the headlock, elbow to the face. They've both been busted open now. Dean drops the elbow. Dean gonna pull back, but Mike's gonna counter it with a jawbreaker. Mike's gonna go for the cover. 1. Dean's gonna kick out at 1. Dean comes back with right hands. And Dean gonna go up top, springboard elbow, knee drop. Dean misses with the Shining Wizard. And oh, beautiful double shot to the neck. Dean go to the cover. 1. Mike's gonna kick out at 1. Dean comes back, right hands, kick the midsection, goes to the headlock. Dean, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Dean back to the cover. 1. Mike's gonna kick out at 1. Kicks to the midsection. Dean goes to the waist lock. And he's gonna take down Mike. Dean's gonna just roll over Mike. He's gonna try and figure out that combination. Hits the running boot into the neck breaker, but Mike's gonna counter it. He's gonna come back, and Mike, looking the power, and just drops a Dean flat on his face. That will suck the momentum right out of him. Here's the cover. 1. Dean kicks out at 1. Dean goes to the wrist lock. Dean drops the elbow. Dean goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Dean moves on in the tournament. Mike tried to make a comeback, but it was just not enough. And Dean, a bloody mess, advances. And our final match of the night will be Tony against Jesse Stansfield. And then after the match, we'll have our updated brackets. There's Big Tony's Maxis Slang's hired gun. his opponent. Jesse Stansfield. Both of these guys had hard-fought matches to get in here, to get their shot. These two are going to have a brawl, because these two individuals don't like keeping things in the ring, and they want to use everything to their advantage. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It should be an awesome matchup between these two men.
Jesse goes into the headlock, elbow to the face. Jesse goes to the wrist lock and goes right into that shin breaker, trying to take the legs out from under Big Tony out the gate early. Jesse goes back to the right hand, but Tony comes with an overhand chop. Tony goes to the wrist lock. Jesse's going to counter to the hammerlock and push Tony away. Jesse going running into a bulldog. Jesse to the waist lock, standing switch to the headlock, and elbow to the throat. Double axe handle. Big right hand goes back to the headlock. Tony's going to counter it and going to hit the arm breaker. Trying to just pop that arm out of socket. Big hams. And Tony going to just go attack the midsection of Jesse. Stomps away, big thigh right to the face of Jesse. And Jesse, I don't know, blocked that shot one way or another, but Tony's a kick to the midsection, go to the headlock. And good God, Tony just drops that headbutt after putting his head into a vice. Drops the right hand, goes to the headlock. Tony pulled back, sidewalk slam. Double axe handle, but a glaring shot. Tony gonna throw Jesse into the corner with authority. Picks up Jesse. And they're gonna lock up in the center. Tony gonna go with the waist lock, standing switch. Tony gonna whip Jesse into the corner. Big the avalanche splash. Tony picks up, stands. Jesse goes to the headlock, kick to the midsection, double hands to the back. And right now, another shot to the back of the head. Tony just teeing off on Jesse right now. Jesse's going to try and weather the storm because Tony can outpower him with ease. Tony goes to the wrist lock, and Jesse's going to counter to a hammerlock and push Tony away. They lock up in the center. Tony's going to go to the wrist lock into a Russian leg sweep. Tony's going to just stomp Jesse right in the midsections. Looks like there's low shots for that. Tony with the first cover of the match. One. Jesse kicks out at one. Jesse going to the headlock. Tony getting thrown into the corner. Big right hand there from Jesse, and just heats a high boot on Tony. And Jesse just stomped the shit out of him in the corner. And now yelling appendages and among other things. And hand motions. Jesse goes to the wrist lock. Pulls back, single arm spine buster. But Tony's going to counter that any further momentum into a beautiful floating over power slam. And Jesse's going to kick Tony on him to try and get any more momentum. Comes back with a clothesline, gets Tony up in the ropes. And a hot shot off the top rope. Big right hand, Jesse to the headlock. Snapmare takedown. Elbow to the back. Double axe handle. They big punch each other in the face. Tony's going to go to the headlock. And Tony going to hit that stalling vertical suplex. All the blood rushes ahead of Jesse. Tony, double axe handle. Tony picks up Jesse. Kicks the midsection, but Jesse's going to counter with a clothesline. Jesse goes after the arms. Tony's going to roll over. Tony says none of that shit. Tony. And Jesse's going to counter his way out of it because he was like he's going to try and take another power slam. Jesse's breathing kind of hard. They're locked up in the corner. Tony to the wrist lock. Tony going to send Jesse back into the corner. And big shoulder thrust, working on that midsection. We already know Jesse's breathing hard. And Tony going to keep up top. And he's like to go for a vertical superplex. And he's going to hit it. Double axe handle. Tony hits a splash. Here's the cover. And oh, Jesse gets the shoulder up just in time before the ref can start. Tony goes to the waist lock. So Jesse's going to counter it with a snapmare. Jesse to the wrist lock. And just big shot to Tony's face. And Jesse going to do some mid shots of his own. Rolls over Tony. Goes for the knee. Working on those legs, trying to chop the big guy down. Tony rolls, Jesse rolls over Tony, goes after the arms now. And Jesse talking trash, and now he's just going to tee off on Tony. Going to mount him and tee off. Jesse going to dump Tony over the top. Kicks to the midsection. Tony gets his roll down. They go to take it outside now. Jesse picks up Tony. Tony's going to catch him with the kick to the midsection. Jesse's backing up. Tony goes for another kick, but Jesse's backing up. Tony's going to land that shot. Big shoulder block. Tony all over Jesse on the outside right now. Tony. And oh, Jesse's going to counter it. Jesse's trying to create some separation right now, but Tony's right on him. Tony to the headlock. Tony gonna throw Jesse into some steps, or through the steps, it looks like. Tony picks up Jesse. Tony, and hits another running power slam on the outside. And Tony hits the sidewalk slam on the outside. That concrete and padding is not giving at all. Another backbreaker. And oh God! Tony backbreaks Jesse over the steps. Tony, high angle swinging neck breaker. Tony all over Jesse right now. And Tony going for that running power slam again. Tony is just blatantly trying to break Jesse on the outside floor. Jesse's midsection has had enough, but Jesse's got him into the barricade. Now Jesse's starting to come back and throws him in the barricade, but Tony looks unamused. Jesse's going to try the barricade again. Tony's unamused, comes by the right hand. Big shoulder block. Tony picks up Jesse and going to hit that sidewalk slam again on the steps. Tony literally trying to break Jesse's back on the concrete on the outside. Tony again. Sidewalk slam on the steps again. Jesse's back. I don't know how the hell he's taking it this far. And oh God, another backbreaker. Tony. Another backbreaker. Tony, what's he got in mind now? Another backbreaker. Jesse's going to counter it. How has he pulled the string? Oh, you saw it. Jesse could not pull it all off. The ref's out of position. Here's a cover. Tony kicks out. Jesse throws Tony into the barricade. Jesse's back and midsection been torn to pieces. Shoulder block. And Tony going right here after that back. Tony, sidewalk slam. Literally, Tony is being the bane of the FSCW and trying to break the back of Jesse. And another sidewalk. Jesse gets back up, but Tony says, have a barricade, kid. Headbutt. Nobody wins. Jesse's down. Tony picks him back up. And another running power slam. And Tony right back for that backbreaker. At this point, Jesse's stunned beyond belief. Tony drops the elbow. Tony has worked that back the entire match. Jesse gonna try and escape out of dodge. Because Jesse, you see, he's writhing in pain. Trying to catch Tony slipping, but Jesse's gonna get caught. Tony drops the elbow. Never mind, we'll be right back. Tony heads back in the ring. Tony, throw Jesse into the corner. And Tony. What's Tony got in mind now? And oh God, oh dear God! Tony and Jesse have broken the ring! What the fucking shit? And Tony is gonna win the match by KO! Holy shit! I don't know about that, but there's supposed to be a second part to that, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't know what to do. That's gonna be it. Ref's knocked out, Tony's knocked out, Jesse's knocked out, the ring's a mess, and that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to come back and see the next installment of that match because, well, quite frankly, the match is destroyed and you can't do anything else. Tony advances. Have a good night, folks.